my name is Lily, and thank you for coming to our infant story time today. I'm so excited that you're here. I wish we could be in person, but we are going to make the best of it through our computer screen. Today I have Roger. He's going to help me with story time and do some of the songs and read the books. And so I'm just so excited to get started. So we are going to start with our welcome song. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. It's time for our stories, there's so much to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. And I was going to say, it's a little obvious that it might not be morning here, but it might be morning where you are. So we can change that song to be good afternoon or good night, whatever time zone works for you. So we're going to start off with exploring a book. And normally if we were in person, I would have books for all of you to handle, but we're in person, but we're not in person. So I'm just going to show you a couple books that would be great for just exploring. And when I say explore, we're not necessarily having our children read every single page. It's just to help with their motor skills and to experience a book. So they can hold the book, they can turn the pages and see how that works. This one has flaps. It's an Eric Carle book, How Things Grow. This one's also padded, so if a child wants to put it in their mouth, which is totally fine, that's how babies learn, it's a little easier to do so. I also have Kids Like Me Learn ABCs, and this is a great book because there are pictures of real children. Each of the letters have pictures and words that go with them, and even the sign language motion for it. And then I also have another good book. We're going on a bear hunt, my first ABCs. This one has traceable letters, so children can trace the outlines of the letters and learn some letter recognition. And it's got a bunch of words and traceable letters. So normally that's what we do in this time, but I just wanted to show y'all that some tips. And also children also like to pat the pictures that they're kind of interested in. So your child might be like, ooh, this. So react to what they're pointing at and get them excited about reading. And now we're going to do Jack Be Nimble, Jack Be Quick. And I encourage you to use your own child's name. That's really fun. And if also this involves a little lifting, and if you don't feel like doing that or you can't lift them, that's totally fine. You can just raise their little arms. All right. Roger be nimble, Roger be quick. Roger jumped over the candlestick. That was fun, wasn't it? Let's do it again. Roger be nimble, Roger be quick. Roger jumped over the candlestick. And now we're going to do head, shoulders, knees, and toes. It's a little body recognition song. So even though our children may not know a lot of words yet or are speaking yet, we want to start them early knowing that each of our body parts has a name. So here we go. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Good job! That was really fun. So now we are going to read a book. I'm going to read this book called Carrot and Pea, An Unlikely Friendship. And this comes in a board book version. I just happen to have the full picture book version. And it's by Meringue Hood. This is Lee. He is a pea. He's a pretty big pea in this picture, much bigger than normal peas. All of his friends are peas. Look at how many of them there are. Let's take up the full page. Except for Colin. looks like a block, doesn't he? He's not round. Colin is not a pea. He is much too tall and much too orange. So here's Colin, he's orange. Peas are green. He can't roll. No, he's just a block. Or bounce. And he isn't very good at hide and seek. He kind of sticks out, doesn't he? But Colin is an excellent tower. A fantastic bridge. And a great slide. Look at them roll down. Whee! Colin isn't at all like Lee and the other peas. And that's just the way they like it. It's always special, even at a young age, that we let our children know that they are special and they have special strengths that only they can do. And hopefully they love themselves because we love them. And now that we did a song, or we read a book about carrots and peas, how about we do a little hand rhyme about peas? This one is called 5 Fat Peas, and we'll do it twice. I'll do it first, and then the second time you can follow along. All right, here we go. 5 fat peas in a pea pod press. 1 grew, 2 grew, and so did all the rest. They grew, and they grew, and they wouldn't stop. They grew, and they grew, until they popped. All right, let's do it one more time. 5 fat peas in a pea pod press. 1 grew, 2 grew, and so did all the rest. They grew, and they grew, and they wouldn't stop. They grew, and they grew, until they popped. That one's really fun. I like that one. Good job. How about we do a bounce rhyme? How about we do the Grand Old Duke of York? That's a really fun one. All right. So this one again has some lifting in it, but once again, you do not have to do that if you are unable to or you don't want to. We can just lift our arms up way up high. All right, here we go. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up top of the hill and marched them down again. And when they're up, they're up. And when they're down, they're down. And when they're only halfway up, they're neither up nor down. He marched them to the left. He marched them to the right. He marched them up to the top of the hill. Oh, what a silly sight. That one's really fun, isn't it? Would you like to do it again? All right, let's do it again. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and marched them down again. When they're up, they're up. And when they're down, they're down. When they're only halfway up, they're neither up nor down. He marched them to the left. He marched them to the right. And he marched them up to the top of the hill. Oh, what a silly sight. That was good. Very good job. Now we're going to read a book called Wonderful Me, I Love All of Me. This is a great book going along with the theme of loving ourselves and loving our bodies. It's also padded, so this is a good book for children to handle. So the words are by Lori Ann Grover, and the pictures are by Carolina Buzio. And as we read this book, I encourage you to touch and point to the body parts on your child. Again, body recognition. I love all of me. I love my wiggle toes. I love my smelly nose. I love my blinky eyes. I love my brain so wise. I love my chubby cheeks. I love my scaredy squeaks. I love my legs that run, and I love my licky tongue. I love my arms that squeeze, and I love my bendy knees. I love my kissy lips. I love my dancing hips. I love my tummy bump. I love my waggle rump. I love my hair all free. I love all of me. And I love you too. Ooh, let's just give our children a big old hug. Very nice. Very, very good book. That one's a good one. And now we're going to do a clapping song. Are you ready? Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Clap your hands, my darling. Toes are tapping, tap, tap, tap. Toes are tapping, tap, tap, tap. Toes are tapping, tap, tap, tap. Tap your toes, my darling. Fingers are wiggling, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Fingers are wiggling, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Fingers are wiggling, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle your fingers, my darling. Eyes are hiding, peekaboo. Eyes are hiding, peekaboo. Eyes are hiding, peekaboo. Peekaboo, my darling. I hope you enjoyed that one. And so the last book that we're going to look at is a touch and feel book. If you don't have one at home, that's totally fine. You can go to the library and maybe find some or order some via curbside. So this one is really good. This one's about farm animals. And the benefit of touch and feel books is that children get to experience different textures. It helps with motor skills. And with this one, there's a lot of onomatopoeias, so we get a lot of animal sounds. So I'm not going to read this fully, but I just wanted to show you the benefits of a touch and feel book, and maybe you can get some at the library, so your child can play with those. It's great to have different textures, develop motor skills, and develop the senses. So that is all the time that we have today. I want to thank you for joining me. How about we sing our goodbye song real fast? Now it's time to say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye. I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. So goodbye.